Hello, hello. It's Rochelle Hazel here. I want to say welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining my video. You are here because you want to see an update on COTP. I'm going to be doing that today. Before I jump in, I want to ask that you like this video and subscribe to this channel. When you do that, it helps this information get out to more people. And we definitely appreciate having more and more of you enjoying our content. Subscribe to our channel so that you can see every time we drop a new video update or a brand new platform. So thank you so much in advance for subscribing. This may be a video that you want to share with somebody else. Feel free to do that. It's going to be open for sharing. And before I jump into the actual content, I do want to just put this out there. I'm not giving any advice on any platforms. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not telling you what to do with your funds. I'm only here sharing information and content and platforms that are working for myself, working for my team, and working for my colleagues. I want to tell you and remind you to do your due diligence before jumping into any platform. Also, we want to let you know that you should never be investing any money into anything that you cannot afford to lose. Of course, we know you don't want to lose it, but we also know that there are some risks when it comes to investments. And so we want to encourage you not to invest anything you can't afford to lose. If it's going to have you a nervous wreck, if it's going to have you ready to jump off the balcony, please do not invest your money into anything. And then we also lastly want to remind you to get in profit as quickly as possible. Pull your money out of these platforms as you're making money until you are in profit, until you at least have your principal back so that you can be playing with house money. And that way, if anything were to happen, you're good. You're not bent out of shape. And what are we big on here? Diversification. You don't just ever want to be in one platform. You want to spread your wealth out so that you can make sure you're earning in multiple places. Why? Because we're here to protect your wealth, protect your legacy, make it so your 7 times great grandchildren have your picture over their mantle, because wealth in your family started with you. Now, anytime you see 2 of me, the live me and the photo of me when my hair was much shorter, you know that I'm going to be sharing some information from my phone. And so because of that, it's time for me to share. You guys know anytime I come do a video on COTP, I always like to share the view from my phone. And so that's what we're going to do today. So let me set up to share my screen here about COTP. Let's go. Awesome. Okay. Now take that other me off the screen. Go here. All right. So this is the COTP back office. You guys know I need my trusty glasses anytime I'm looking at these screens, anytime I'm looking at something fairly small. So here's what I want to do. I want to go through this back office a little bit with you. It amazes me how many people get started in platforms with me, and then they begin to ask me questions that they can find in the back office. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to encourage you, I want to remind you to take anytime you are jumping into a business or a platform, you have to take that responsibility. First of all, you have to take responsibility for yourself and the decision that you just made. You want to make sure you play around in your back office so you can get familiar with it. It is not my responsibility or any upline's responsibility to walk you through the back office, to explain the back office, to explain where to find certain things. We're all adults here, and we should all be responsible for ourselves. But because I have had so many questions, I am going to walk through this. When I start getting a lot of questions, I like to create a video on it, or I like to create some kind of write-up on it, because I'm a copy and paste type of person. I like to say it once, and then when someone comes and asks me, I just send the information and say, here's where you can find the answer. Okay. So I'm going to say this once, and then the next question that I get, I'm going to send you the answer right here in this video. As you can see down here at the bottom, I'm on the home screen, right? And so let's dig into what's here on this home screen. They have some transaction data where you can see certain people just made a certain amount of profit, right? So Let me see if I can get this off of my screen. Maybe I can't. It's all good. Okay, so let's start looking at some of these tabs. Here's the first one with the crown. It says official. What happens if I click on that? Oh my goodness, it takes me to another screen where I get to read up on some things. It tells us about this high frequency trading crypto platform that we call COTP or COTPS, that some people call it. And if you scroll through this, you can watch a video, you can read up on some things, you can see just some of the benefits and some of what it is that this platform has to offer. You can see the MSB license here for US and for Canada. Some of you have asked about some of those things. All you have to do is come to the website. It's here. Tells about some of the media coverage that COTP has had, etc. You guys, the information that you want is right here. So what else do we have? Let's look at customer service. This is something that some people might want to know. So if I click on customer service, it actually connects me to customer service. And then I can begin to chat by using these little picture folder smiley face thingies here at the bottom. So if you need to reach customer service, there's a great way for you to do that. What if we click on about us? Oh my goodness, it has information about us meaning COTP. You get to see pictures of the licensing and all of those different things, everything right there for you. So what is COTP? This is what we call an arbitrage platform. It means that when I say arbitrage, it means that we go into these quote unquote trades and we buy at one price and sell at a higher price. But we don't have to really understand how that works. The only thing we have to do is click that button and it tells us what we're buying for and what we're selling for, and then it does the work for us. So if we click this next tab called Transaction Hall, then we get to see where that button is. You guys see this white button that says immediate competition for orders? This is the button that you would push. I've done this on a previous video where I was actually pushing the button. If you look in some of my video history, you'll see a couple of COTP videos. And in both of those videos, I actually push the button for you so you can see how it works. So you'll have to go back if you want to see that, because right now, if I push the button, my balance is lower than $5 here in the wallet balance. So it's not going to do anything for me. I have the 4,636 in the transaction already, so I cannot push the button. So this 4636, that's how much I have in this platform at this time. I've only made one deposit, and I'm going to show you what that deposit was. I've shown that on a previous video as well, and the date of it, and you can see how much my account has grown since then. But if you scroll down here, it shows you the records of the competition for orders. So it tells you that if you look at the top one, on 4/1, that means today, I had a transaction for $16. I made 0.048 on that transaction, right? So if you look though, you can see a $72 transaction, a $235 transaction. As you go down, you see I have a $2,179 transaction, and I can click more and it'll show me more and more transactions, both from today, and I have to keep clicking more for it to show me previous days. But you guys get to see some of the transactions that have been completed in my account. That's what Transaction Hall does. If you are working in your account and you're doing it manually, you're going to need to push Transaction Hall, come in and click that button, and that's how your trades are going to happen for you, and you will be earning. You can click this button every 2 hours and 13 minutes or so. So if you're doing it manually, set your alarm, set a reminder for yourself so that you don't miss any of the times that you can do your trading. Now, what you want to do is you want to make sure that in the transaction says 0, and in the wallet is your entire balance before you proceed to pushing that button. So every time in the transaction gets to 0, it's time for you to push that button. Some of you are lucky enough to have gotten our automation system, which I have the automation running for me. If you're lucky enough to get that, then you don't have to come back here and click that button at all. Now, how do you get that automation? Since we're here, we might as well talk about it. You have to put into your trading account a minimum of $500. If you enroll with me under my link, so you want to hit me up for that. The link is not in the description. You're going to need to grab my WhatsApp link from the description. Hit me up. Tell me that you want to get started. I'm going to find out how much you want to get started with, and I'm going to send you the information to go ahead and fund the account. Once you send me proof that you have funded it with at least 500, I'll send you the information to get set up on automation. All right, so let's move on to the next tab. This next tab says earn interest. Now, this is a tab that I don't really go to that often. This is a way to, you see how I have this extra 24 cents there, just kind of lingering and waiting. I can come here and I can do purchases with that money to continue to earn interest from my spare coins. This is something that I personally have not ventured into. I haven't made a single purchase with any spare coins. If you would like to play with this, feel free. If you have any questions on how this works, then I showed you how to reach support. I also just told you that I have not done it, so I can't answer those questions. So please don't ask them. Now, let's move into the final tab. It's called Mine. Mine is going to allow us to do multiple things. This is where you would come when it's time for you to deposit your initial funds. You'll come here, you'll hit recharge. You can also withdraw here, and you can also transfer to someone else right here in this back office under Mine. You can update your personal information. You can look at your recharge records. Let's look at my recharge records. You can see that I put in $3,000 on the 16th of March. $3,000 on the 16th of March. Do you guys remember what my, how do I get out of this screen? You remember what my amount is that I have now? Okay, how do I, okay, there's my arrow. The amount that I have right now, let's go back and find that amount really quick, $46.36. So my $3,000 has turned into $4,636 from March the 16th to April the 1st. So that's a pretty good return, about 16 days. I've made about over $1,600. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. You can also look at your withdrawal records. If you have withdrawn, it will show here. As you can see, I have not withdrawn any money from this platform yet. You can also look at the details of your fund. This is going to show you again what I deposited. Okay, so there's two ways to see what was deposited here. Let's go back. This one here in the middle, identity authentication. This is where you're going to complete your KYC. The only thing you're going to have to do is take a selfie holding your ID, submit it, and then shortly it'll be approved or it will be rejected and you'll have to do it again. On this button that says my team, you can actually see people on my team on levels 1, level 2, and level 3. Okay, now here's one of the amazing things. This is showing you how much I've made. I have in residual income here on level 3. Right now I have $1.37. If I hit this receive button, watch what happens. It goes to 0. Where did it go? I'm going to show you. If I go to level 2, I'm going to go backwards now. I have $1.64. And if I hit receive, boom, I just received that. And if I go to level 1, $17.32. If I hit receive, boom, I just received that. Now let me show you where that went. I'm going to go back to transaction hall. And you can see that that 20 cent or that 20 cents that I had left over is now $20.59. So that's where that money went. So now what will happen is that $20 has just been added to my amount, my total amount. Isn't that amazing? So now look, instead of it saying 46.36 as a total, I have 46.57. So the next time the automation takes me through the process, it's going to add an additional $20 or whatever it was, about $20, a little over, to my trade. So that'll be that much more that I'm earning on. You guys see how that works? So this is why you definitely want to look at introducing this to your team if you feel comfortable doing so. Let's look at the team incomes, that pink one there in the lower left. It shows me what I've made on level 1, 2, and 3 on the different dates. So you can get a glimpse into that and you can do those calculations. And then you see where it says invite your friends, and it has, you know, your information here. But let me show you this. Let me show you this. Some people want to know, how do we get paid? Let's look at you get paid level 1, level 2, and level 3. It's right here for you. How do I get paid? Check your back office. Level 1, you get paid 15%. Level 2, you get paid 10%. Level 3, you get paid 5%. There you go. And there's an option to get paid on Infinity if you have 50 directs. You'll definitely want to talk to your upline about how that works. But that is really the long and short of it when it comes to COTP and how it works. You guys see that? That was amazing. We went over the back office. It was important that we do that because a lot of questions are coming in. How do you do this? How do you get paid? How do I see that? Play with your back office. That's why they give it to us. There's a plethora of information in any back office. But if you don't play with it, if you're not willing to put yourself out there and spend a little bit of time getting familiar with what's going on, then, I mean, what am I supposed to do? I have hundreds of people that I work with on a daily basis, some that are within my teams in certain platforms, and then some that are looking to get into my team in certain platforms. And so I can't, although I'm going to be a great leader regardless, because that's in me, right? But I like to do things, I like to give information in group fashion and not a bunch of individual questions, especially the ones that you can find on your own. A lot of times people will say, well, I don't know how to do this. I'm new to this. Well, ladies and gentlemen, when I got started, I was new to it and I had to figure it out. I never have anybody walk me through how to do a thing. I try to find the easiest way to help you, and then I send you that easiest way so it can be seamless for you. But there are some things that you're going to have to do for yourself, and that's whether I'm your upline or whether someone else is. You don't always want to go and ask 1,000 questions. If you have joined me in COTP, if you have joined me and you've sent me your information, your proof that you have joined me, let me know. I do have a Telegram group where we will be giving some support and just keeping everyone up to date on the different announcements or things that need to be done. So let me know and we'll go ahead and get you over into that group. Aside from that, remember that in order to get the automation, the only thing you need to do is put at least $500 into your trading account. That's going to benefit you, right? You're going to be earning on that. So, the other question that I get is, what is the minimum to get started? I think it's something ridiculously low, like $9. We don't really deal in minimums. I know I said invest what you can afford to lose, but ladies and gentlemen, I mean, $9, like, it's going to take you a pretty long time for anything to happen. Remember that COTP pays us up to 3.6% a day. Do 3.6% of $9 and see how long it's going to take you to see that thing make a difference. So, I mean, if $9 is what you have, it's what you have, right? But that's a pretty low amount. This just means that anybody can get started, even if it's 20 bucks. Okay. So with that being said, guys, I hope that this video was extremely helpful to you. If you have anyone that will benefit from it, feel free to send it. You can share the wealth, share the information, no problem whatsoever. Like this video and subscribe to my channel, please. I would truly, truly appreciate it. And it will help to spread the word out to that many more people. Guys, listen, I want you to have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you on the next video. Rochelle out.